And I've been waiting for tonight for more than a year. And I feel really so excited seeing each of you. And as a local host, I would really like to give my warmest welcome to each of you to Hong Kong and to this Congress. For your information, if you are, say, new to this society, this is a very special Congress in the history of the society because actually of the last 28 years, this is only the third time that the International Congress of this society is held in this part of the region, the Asian Oceania. The first Congress in Asia was in Kyoto. Dr. Mizuno was the host in 2006. The second time was 5 years ago in Sydney, Australia, where Dr. Victor Fung was the host. And this is, since 1990, the third time ever in Asia. So actually, we, Hong Kong, movement disorder family in Hong Kong, feel really, really honored to be able to co-host, partner with the society in organizing this international congress. So as a local host, I would like to explain a bit the name of Hong Kong. I'm sure you may not know the real meaning. So let me explain. The word Hong in Cantonese means fragrant, smells good. And the word Kong, Hong Kong, Kong actually in Chinese means harbor. So actually the word Hong Kong means a fragrant harbor. So we're now at the harbor of Hong Kong. So this is the meaning of Hong Kong. And I really hope in the next 5 days or more, in these few days, that when you leave, you can bring back 3 more H back to your country. So the first H is sincerely, I hope that you can bring healing back to your patients in your own country, in your clinic. I really hope that through these few days of conference lectures, you can pick up something new that can improve your care for patients suffering from Parkinson's or other movement disorders. So the first H is healing. The second H is, I hope you can also bring hope to the patients back in your country. Because as you actually listen, chatted with other scientists in this field, I hope you can come up with new research ideas that can bring cure or better methods to treat Parkinson's or other movement disorders. So the patients will be excited to know that in the future there may be hope. And the last H is to really hope that you can bring back real happy memory of these few days in Hong Kong and in the Congress. So whenever you think of this Hong Kong Congress, you think of this 4H. Hong Kong, the fragrant harbor, and we can bring healing, hope to patients, and always a good, happy memory of your stay in Hong Kong. So, I have the honor to now invite our guest of honor, the Under-Secretary of Food and Health Bureau of Hong Kong Special Administrative Region, Dr. Choi Tak Yi, to come on stage to give us a welcome speech.
Professor Vincent Mock, Professor Christopher Gertz, the distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It's really a great hall here tonight, and I'm so happy to meet so many of you here. Good evening. It gives me great pleasure to be here today at the opening ceremony of the International Congress of Parkinson's Disease and Movement Disorders. So let me first extend my warmest welcome to all of you, especially those who have traveled long distance all the way from different parts of the world to our fragrant harbor. So Hong Kong has caught up to the highest life expectancy in the world. So we have a very long life expectancy for both female and male. While we are enjoying this longevity, we are also at the same time facing a high challenge brought about by our aging population and conditions relating to this condition, and which definitely includes the challenge brought about by Parkinson's disease and the range of disability facing by our patients who suffer from this condition. And needless to say, among all the world experts here, this disease brings a significant impact to the sufferers of this condition, affecting not only their basic activities of daily living, but also their social life, also their families and friends. Over the decades, the government has been committed to support and allocate resources to tackle the challenge of many conditions, including neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease. Hong Kong is in fact the first city in Asia to introduce deep brain stimulation for the management of advanced Parkinson's disease 20 years ago. Besides, thanks to our very efficient health system, Hong Kong is always one of the first cities in Asia to introduce new medications for Parkinson's disease as well as other conditions, when new and better therapeutic modalities or choices are available in other parts of the world. And despite the costliness of neurosurgical and medical treatments, our public healthcare system has been subsidizing new evidence-based treatments as they are available. And as Professor Mok mentioned earlier on, we also rely on good research findings to advise the government on policy direction in improving the treatment and also rehabilitation of various conditions, including neurological conditions like Parkinson's disease. On the other hand, the government has been also working to strengthen primary health care, which is a very important pillar of the public healthcare system. We are working to launch the first district health center in Hong Kong to incentivize targeted citizens to identify health conditions at an early stage, manage designated chronic diseases, and will continue with their rehabilitation process in the community with the assistance of healthcare service providers in their localities. The DHC will be a hub for multiple access points and should offer a good range of coordinated care and support services that can be convenient alternatives to our local population. Such services will cover primary, secondary, and tertiary prevention. Tertiary prevention would aim at community rehabilitation for patients discharged from our public health system. And they include post-stroke, post-myocardial infarction, and post-hip fracture. With time, the DHC will provide the setting for community rehabilitation for more conditions, including Parkinson's disease. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Professor Goetz and other members of the International Movement Disorder Society, as well as the Hong Kong Movement Disorder Society, for bringing this Congress to Hong Kong and providing this excellent platform for experts from around the world to exchange the latest developments and findings on helping patients with Parkinson's disease and other movement disorders. We believe, with the collaborative effort from all the professionals and academics here, our patients will continue to benefit from the research and innovative treatment for Parkinson's disease and other movement disorders. Last but not least, I express my heartfelt appreciation to the professionals and academics who have made tremendous contribution in this field, as well as to all speakers for sharing with us their insights and experience. I wish the Congress every success and for our overseas delegates a very pleasant stay in Hong Kong. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Dr. Choi, for the welcome speech. May I now invite the president of the current president of the Hong Kong Local Movement Disorder Society, Professor Ken Yeung, to give a welcome speech.
Thanks very much, Vincent. Dr. Choi, Dr. Guest, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. On behalf of the Hong Kong Movement Disorder Society, I would like to extend my warm welcome to all of you to the International Congress of IPA MDS. With this opportunity, let me give you a very brief introduction of our Hong Kong Movement Disorder Society. We were formed actually in the year 2007 by the group of dedicated healthcare professionals. Our key objectives are to improve the standard of diagnosis and treatments, to form close liaisons among practitioners in the field, the exchange of scientific ideas, and provide better training opportunities for my members. Despite our history is not very long, in about only 11 years' time, we have been very successful in liaising our members to the professionals of the other parts of the world. We had annual scientific meetings and quality clinical meetings, in which we have invited a lot of international experts to join. Maybe some of you tonight in the delegates had come before. We indeed are very grateful to you, for those of you who were with us. Since communication and sharing are always our goals, our participation and taking part in organization of international congresses of movement disorder like tonight's congress is always a dream of our local society. I would say this time we are very, very lucky to be able to join and participate in the IPA MDS Congress. Thanks to the effort of Professor Vincent Mok and Dr. Mandy Aoyang, who are both former presidents and all the council members, actually many of them are sitting here, our Hong Kong society has indeed fulfilled once in a lifetime experience to show and to contribute to the world stage of movement disorder. So here tonight, we would like to welcome old friends, and we'll make new friends, and we'll definitely enhance our bonding, and hopefully we'll see you again in one of our future activities and events. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the best time to enjoy the short autumn of Hong Kong. We are indeed having a very busy meeting schedule, but I do hope that you will find some time to enjoy Hong Kong, such as our food and sceneries. And more important is to enjoy the great congress we are now having in the next few days. So I do wish you all to have a very successful congress. Thanks very much indeed.
Now may I invite the President of the International Parkinson's and Movement Disorder Society, Professor Chris Getz, to come on the stage first to take a picture first with our guests, Dr. Choi and Professor Ken Yong.
Vincent, thank you, and I want to welcome everybody here. This is a very important Congress, and I simply wanted to welcome people before we have our evening of festivities, and also to sort of highlight some of the very wonderful things that have happened since our last Congress. At the same time, I want to show you some of the photographs of people whom you will want to meet and want to talk about, because they are indeed the leaders and the people who are leading our organization. We have the International Congress, and the person who has really led this has been Buzz Jinnah, and he is here, and hopefully those of you who are interested in lecturing, being part of the faculty, you need to talk with him, because his committee is the one that will, in fact, design the program for this Congress, and then we'll pass the baton to the future. This is very, very important. We have faculty from 178 faculty members from many countries. Delegates are coming from 89 countries. And in fact, the membership submitted 206 topic suggestions that he and his committee had to review. We developed 62 sessions, and there are many, many abstracts, And the people in the room are the authors of these abstracts, and they have been scored. So Buzz's work has been very, very pivotal to the success of our Congress. When I show you the Congress Scientific Program Committee, these are the people who have done the work. And again, I show you the pictures so that you can stop these people in the hallway, talk with them, learn from them, and also congratulate them for their work. I also want to congratulate the editors of our journals, Jose Obeso, Kailash Bhatia, Marcelo Marrero. And we've had great success with our journals. The impact factor for the Movement Disorder Journal is very, very high. The Movement Disorder Clinical Practice Journal this year has been now voted to be entered into PubMed Central. So these are wonderful accomplishments. And again, when you see these people in the hall, to take the time to talk with them, learn from them, and maybe even congratulate them for their work. I turned very briefly to our educational programs that have occurred in 35 countries over the last year. Here are some pictures of the various programs that were organized. We've also had a very great progress in our rating scales program, so that the society now regulates 15 rating scales, and I congratulate my colleague Glenn Stebbins and also Pablo Martinez Martin for leading this. I also would want to say a special thanks to Johan Marinus and also Bob Van Hilton for arranging that 7 of the SCOPA scales are now under the management of the Movement Disorder Society. And these are wonderful things for the measurement of the art disorders. Collaborations are very important, so I simply mentioned the SAFRA Foundation, the Fox Foundation, the Parkinson Foundation, the American Academy of Neurology, and also the European Academy of Neurology, all playing different roles, but all pivotal to the workings of the programs that have operated over the last year. And I turn not only, I've shown you pictures of senior people in the society, but we also have a great commitment to the future. Many of the young members are here tonight, and I can show you a picture from Vancouver. But the young group is a very active group. Some of them trained in leadership and also participate in a variety of different programs. So I laud this component of our society as well. And now I just want to mention that one of the glories of being the president of this very fine organization is that once a year, the elected president gets to choose one person from the world to honor. And given where we are and the natural accomplishments of one person, it was a very simple and a very warm solution for me to choose this year's presidential award. And the person I've chosen for this Distinguished Service Award is Dr. Yoshi Mitsuno from Japan. And I just want to congratulate. Please come forward, Yoshi. Dr. Mitsuno has served as an officer in our society. He has served as an officer in the Asian Oceanic section. He has also made enormous contributions at the scientific level to genetic forms of Parkinson's disease, and is a warm and very accommodating person who's helped so many young people and certainly has been a good colleague to me. So I am very proud to give the Distinguished Service Award to Yoshi Mitsuno. Come forward, please. If I may finish with another, I would like to give, it's not really an award, but it's a recognition to all the staff of the Secretariat, because we can't have congresses, we can't run a society without a very strong staff of professionals. And all this effort is really run by Jenny Socha, but also for the Congress by Jenny Quebman. But every single person on this picture is a major contributor. You will see these people tonight, you'll see them during the week, and I would again ask you to take the moment to say thank you, to find out a little bit about these people, because in fact, they really are pivotal to our success. My final announcement simply that recognize that there are many things coming up in terms of the Society. Here within the Asian Oceanic section is a Congress that will be taking place. It's sponsored by this section of the Society in China. This is a very important meeting on mainland China, and a beautiful picture. And finally, I would have you save the date for our next Congress that will be in Nice, and I think on the shores of the Mediterranean, another water place. I think this will be a very, very exciting meeting as well. So let me turn my final portion of this is going to be led by Cindy Camella, my close colleague, and she's going to honor our LEAP graduates. Cindy?
Well, it's truly an honor for all of the participants, including those who participate in the programs, the faculty, as well as the staff that does such a great job supporting the LEAP program. The LEAP program was designed to develop leadership skills in young movement disorder specialists and to integrate them into the governance of the MDS. We have found that throughout the years, many of the participants who have graduated from this program have gone on to receive committee memberships, editorial positions, and a lot of different positions in many of the task force of the MDS. The LEAP program began in 2015, so it's been going on for a few years now. And again, I'd like to applaud all of the participants for their success following their participation in this program. It was initially begun by Oscar Gershanik with the support of the officers and has received very strong support subsequently from the President, Dr. Getz. With that said, what I'd like to do is to introduce you to the graduates of the 2017 LEAP program. As I say your name, if you could just take a step forward, that would be fabulous. The first is Mona Obeid from the MDS AOS section. Hee Young Park from the MDS AOS section. Prasant LK, again the AOS section. And Shinsuke Fujioka, also from the AOS section. From the MDS European section, we have Maria Fiorella Cantorino, Hanna Rozova, Roberto Ferro, and Alvaro Sanchez Ferro. The Pan American section graduates include Carlos Jury, Sarah Purio Richardson, Tiago Cardoso Valle, and Aparno Huego Shukla. If we could give them all a round of applause, I think they are deserving of it for participating in this year-long program. And I'd like to thank you for your attention, and I will now turn the program, well, first we're going to take a picture, and then we're going to turn the program over to Professor Mott.
Okay, so with this, we'll close the first part of the welcome ceremony. So actually, the second part of this welcome ceremony is that we can enjoy the food, the friendship, and actually the whole foyer at the back is us. And I hope we also prepare Chinese style quartet string instruments performance. So while you're eating, chatting, enjoying the harbor, you can also enjoy the classical Chinese music. So you can enjoy, and thank you very much for joining this first part of the welcome ceremony. Okay, and simultaneously, may I also invite the local organizing committee to come on stage to have a group picture with Dr. Choi and with Professor Getz.